Hey Super Cruisers, it's Frank from Cruising with Wheels. Have you evolved in your communication skills throughout your life? Or are you a dinosaur like me that thinks the old ways are the best ways? Find out where you stand on the communication evolution scale in this episode of Frank Pushes Back. Now, I'm 64 years old. I was born in 1957, the start of the baby boomer generation. I'm a bit old school, but not as old school as my parents and grandparents were. Growing up, though, my parents and grandparents definitely had their family rules of proper conduct and manners, something I think is sorely lacking these days. The rules were always about saying please and thank you, or the may I, can I asking permission of. If it was someone's birthday, anniversary, or if someone was sick, you got on that phone to call them, and you also sent them a card. I can't tell you how many times when I told my mother or grandmother, I called so-and-so to wish them a happy birthday, it was always followed by, did you send them a card? And they were just waiting to see what the look on my face was going to be. An affirmative yes, as dictated by the Code of Family Conduct, or that deer in the headlights look, because you just got caught not following step 2 of the rules. That was my growing up experience. But before me, many, many thousands and thousands of years ago, it was quite different. Way back in prehistoric times. Maybe not that far from my age now, but communication then was, started off nonverbal. Now, the oldest known form of communication were cave paintings. Now, after that came pictograms that eventually evolved into ideograms. Now, fast forward to 3500 BC, and the first cuneiform writing was developed by the Sumerians, while the Egyptians, as you probably already have heard and learned in school, developed what is known as hieroglyphics for their writing. Now, some other forms were dancing, acting, and using symbols. Still kind of hard to send out those get well cards. Next was verbal. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ancient humans would make sounds such as grunting or guttural sounds at a low pitch or high pitch, which would indicate either social communication or be a warning sign. Your mom's pissed you didn't send out that get well card. You get the message? Now we next get into smoke signals. The smoke signal method is actually one of the oldest forms of long-distance communication. Puff, puff, puff. Generally, smoke signals could signal danger, transmit news, or gather people, like Grandma's birthday party that you didn't send a card to. Native Americans used smoke signals controlling puffs of smoke of different sizes to communicate with distant groups in their tribes. Now the next one, ready? Flying away the carrier pigeon. Yeah, carrier pigeon. From the Middle Ages into the 1800s, carrier pigeons were used by commerce, navigation, and especially in the armed forces during the war. Can you imagine sending out a greeting card using this method? Dear Aunt Bertha, Hope you have a happy birthday. And then the damn pigeon poops all over her? Thanks a lot, Ronnie. Yuck. Now, finally, we're getting somewhere. Are you ready? My wheelhouse. Sending, mailing cards and letters. Now, on July 26 of 1775, the U.S. postal system was established by the Second Continental Congress, with Benjamin Franklin as its first postmaster general. Now, Franklin put in place the foundation for many aspects of today's mail system. How many of you, like me, send out cards and still write letters? We're always sending birthday cards, Christmas cards, anniversary cards. You know, now to immediate family members. We used to send a lot more out. Friends and, you know, the outer peripherals of our family. But now we have conserved, but we still send them out. I write letters. Well, I can't say I write letters. I type letters, and I do mail it using the postal system because I have a pen pal in Milwaukee, Barbara Jeans, and she and I communicate. We've communicated for years. We write each other letters. Now, every month, I check our computer calendar for birthdays, anniversaries, or whatever. I mark it then manually on my desk calendar and put it on my shopping list to buy whatever cards I need. I then address them all, return labels, stamps, little notes if I need it, and then I mark on my desk calendar again when I actually need to mail it out so it gets to them on time. Not too early and yet not late so they don't think I forgot. Lord, it is a major 5-step process. Oh, my family would be so proud. Next comes technology, rearing its ugly head. Yep, internet and email. Because on October 29th, 1969, my birthday, October 29th, I was 12 years old then in 1969. The first message was sent from computer to computer on ARPANET. It was then in 1971 when Ray Tomlinson invented and developed electronic mail as we know it today by creating ARPANET's networked email system. In 1989, CompuServe, I bet you there's a name that brings back memories for a lot of older people. CompuServe became the first online service to offer internet connectivity via dial-up phone connections. Oh, we all know that horrible sound. Yeah, the dial-up sound. Oh, God, AOL. Oh, God, yeah. Anyways, and its proprietary email service, which allowed other internet users to send emails to each other. The beginning of the end of that personal touch. That pretty card. That sentimental letter. Thanks a lot, Ray. And, of course, next came the cell phone. That's right, the cell phone. The first portable cell phone was invented in 1973 by Motorola. And on April 3rd, 1973, Motorola engineer Martin Cooper made the first ever cell phone call on the Dynatac 8000X. It weighed 2.5 pounds. And it offered a talk time of only 30 minutes, and it required 10 hours to recharge. Now, the Dynatac phone cost almost $4,000, which is the equivalent of $10,000 today. Cell phone usage has exploded. It exploded during the cellular revolution. Remember that, of the 90s? Yeah, and there were around 11 million phones then. Today, cell phone users number about 7.25 billion people. Yeah. Now, I didn't get a cell phone until about 2000. It was an old-style track phone. I was holding off as long as I could. I was not going to be part of that crazy revolution. I was like, not for me. I am not going to be tied to a cell phone. No, I am not. Starting with the cell phone, what comes next? Yeah, cell phone texting. Yeah, you know how it all goes. Oh my God, I hate it. But who started it? Who was the troublemaker? Oh yeah, 1992. The first text message was sent to a cell phone by 22-year-old British engineer Neil Papworth. The British. What else is new? The recipient was Richard Jarvis, who was attending a Christmas party near Vodafone headquarters in Newbury, England. This is when texting as we know it was invented. What did the first text message say, you ask? The text was a heartwarming message that simply read, "Merry Christmas." In 1993, a year later, Brennan Hayden, an engineer for the Irish wireless company Aldesan, sent the first commercial text message. It simply said, "burp," which had nothing to do with any stomach issues he may have had at that time, but instead signified the birth of a new form of communication in the history of texting. The 1993 cell phone released by Nokia was the first phone that could text. Now, I'm not a good texter, okay? My hands and fingers are just too big, fat, and clumsy, and not appealing at all for anyone to get a quick message back from me. Now, I do thank God that my Apple iPhone has the microphone option so I can talk and my cell phone can do all the typing. Okay? I'm lazy. Go on. Say it. Or am I? Yeah. Today, everyone walks around with one hand holding onto their cell phones like it's a $65,000 gold bar they can't just put down, meandering through the day with one hand available, one arm to do their work. It drives me insane. While shopping, while eating, while walking, while driving, while bathing, while pooping. Come on! Put the damn thing down. Sometimes I just want to grab Kevin's cell phone and just smash it to smithereens. If I'm trying to tell him something or ask him a question and he gives me that, yeah, hold on a sec. Yeah, hold on. As he's texting, I'm like, hello? I'm a real life person in the room, okay? That piece of electronic equipment can wait. I, your husband, love of your life, should be the priority, not this. Gosh. Then, of course, he just rolls his eyes and says, but I have to answer this person. Please, they can wait. And now the final social media. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. There are all sorts of ways to communicate. And yes, we are on all of them, in case you're wondering. Say hello. Say happy birthday, happy anniversary, congratulations, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. So I want to know, have you evolved? Have you converted? Have you seen the light? Or are you holding the line just a little bit like me? Because I'm going to tell you, when the apocalypse comes and the whole system crashes, all your electronics will be dead. But at least I'll have my pen and paper in hand, ready to communicate. Thanks for joining me, and on behalf of Kevin and myself, remember, don't just watch our YouTube videos, become a regular Cruising with Wheels family member and hit that subscribe button. Also, the little bell next to it, and it will let you know automatically when our videos go live and when we go live, when we live stream every other Sunday. Also, again, like I said, we're on all the other social media platforms. And remember to always travel safe and cruise often.